Hi everyone, and welcome back to Fully Playable Games. So on today's video, we are back out at the Sunday boot fair. And yeah, I will admit, I've been really happy with how things have been going at the boot fairs recently. We've got some really good pickups. I'm absolutely amazed at the amount of PS4s that we've picked up recently. But yeah, today is going to be a bit of an unknown. I don't really know what we're going to be stepping into. The weather is, I think it's meant to be warm. Right at the moment, it's quite cold. It's probably about sort of 12 degrees. But yeah, hopefully it's going to warm up a bit and we end up with a full field. After this, I am going to head off to Lazy Bones as well. So fingers crossed, across both boot fairs, we're able to get some good finds. But yes, so I'm going to wait for them to let us up the top. And then what we'll do is we'll get out and see what we can find. Yeah. You're alright, how much are on them?
How much are those books?
20p each.
20p each, yeah? There you go.
Thank you.
Alright. Do you have any games?
No, they're the only ones I've got, sorry.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry, what did
How much?
Oh, sorry, 4.
4, yeah.
I thought you said all you've got. Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I want more.
Still too early, sorry. Just be in bed, sorry. 4 quid.
Do 2 on that one.
They're my partner's price, I'm so
No.
sorry.
No.
The party stuff? Yeah. All of it for 3 quid.
Yeah.
Saves washing up.
There you go.
No worries.
Right.
There you go.
Amazing.
Have a good day.
Right,
Thank
you
you
too. Thanks a lot. How much have we got in your manuals?
If you want all of them, 20.
Sorry?
If you want all of them, 20.
20. All right, cheers, mate. What's the best price you can do on those three?
What's that one? 45.
With 40?
I can't do 40, mate. They're all priced better than what they sell for. That's a good game. That one's going to keep going up.
It's not a good game, come on. Let's both admit that.
It's not a good game.
No,
but for
it's
some
not.
reason it's skyrocketed.
Do you know why?
It will just keep going.
Do you know why?
Clue. Ain't got a clue.
I'll tell you in a minute.
But I think it's got.
It's got the manual, yeah.
Yeah. I'll be able to do 45. Knock £1 off each.
Meet in the middle, 42.
Yeah, go on.
Go on then.
Christmas jumper, never too early, is it, for Christmas?
How much do you have any games?
Sorry?
How much do you have any games?
How much are they?
Yeah.
£3.
£3? Yeah. Is it the same for that one as well?
£2.
£2. Yeah, go on, I'll grab them.
Lovely.
There you go.
Much. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you. Yeah, mate.
Getting there. Can't help when that keeps stalling.
What's that?
Keeps stalling.
For your van?
Yeah.
Oh, I will admit, I'm having my missus's car. It doesn't detect the key and it doesn't even give you any manual way to start it.
That's struggling in first gear.
Bloody hell.
I think they, when I brought it, they didn't charge the battery because I've only ain't had it long. I think they ain't charged the battery, so it hasn't got enough charge in it to start it off.
Right.
Yeah, but if you can pick it up for £1.
It does work. It's all right sometimes. You know, I suppose.
That one's 10. The other's 5.
Going underneath that one.
What's that?
Going underneath there. Keep putting the disc there and it's going underneath. Be like that. Like expensive ones. Let's get warm.
Sorry, I'm just looking. Sorry, mate.
Or the GameCube one.
Yeah, I've got to see. I literally don't know what I've got, so that's why this app is invaluable.
Tell them there's something there. Two the same.
Yeah, I've got the Incredibles.
I can put them two up there.
Yeah, got those
Busted.
two. Got that.
Right, put that
Got that one.
Put that one up.
I think I've got all the others.
I'll have a look.
Amongst the price
And
ones.
yeah, I've got the rest of them. Harry Potter.
That one's going to go, that one there.
At the bottom.
Oh, right, yeah.
Them ones with no prices, them are £5.
Original.
Done that one? Look.
I've gone through them, yeah. Cheers, mate.
I've got 13. Well, you might need to look like I'm getting more out. That's it, it's going to have to be like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got more stuff in there. It'll have to be a selective few, innit?
Yeah, I can't believe that outright, that Riders Republic still worth that much. It's like...
Jimmy White yet?
I haven't got Jimmy White now.
Find it one day.
There's a few in there as well. They're the cheaper ones.
Yeah, I think I had looked through them while you were setting up.
Put the cheaper ones that in. What else can I put in that gap?
What's that?
What else can I put in that gap? DVDs and Blu-rays in underneath, in there as well. Might put them on the floor actually. Get them out because it gives you more room to put stuff in there. Put them on the floor, innit? Gaming clothes. Got gaming clothes as well.
Gaming clothes, yeah.
Shoes for your missus.
What's
Shoes for
that?
your missus?
No, I just don't wear stuff like that.
I can't remember what size they are. Some of them were mum.
All working order.
More PS2 jokes in there, look. That's all PS2.
Bloody hell.
That's what I said. When I was with my mate who used to help me,
Yeah.
he kept on buying PS2 games. I'm like, what do we need PS2 games? We've got about 50 crates of them. CDs, the music for you.
No, don't worry. Unless it's sort of gaming soundtracks, I don't really
There is any in there.
go for CDs.
Where am I going to put them?
Where are you chucking them?
On like that, I suppose. Come in there. You can tell where I got them from because look on the label on the front. Come from auction.
Put it back in the bag.
Right, do you want to go through this lot?
Yeah, let me get them ready to see. I'll put it on the floor for us, mate.
Yeah. Put it on the floor, yeah?
Yeah. It looks like a box collection thing, then it called the side. I'll get these on. Let me put these right there. Oh, you picked them ones out, have you?
Oh, yeah, I love that series. I haven't got it physically, so...
I can say I have got some more DVDs in there. I haven't pulled them out yet.
No,
But they're the box set ones. I've put
yeah,
try to pull
as I say, sort of like I just try and get any of the series that I actually like. I try and get them physically because you never know when you're not going to be able to get them.
That's not expensive, believe it or not.
All right.
No, it's the only Mario game that isn't. 5 for them too.
5 for them too, yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you have them for a £5. No, they cost me more than that, but they're not worth a lot of money.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think.
I paid a £5 for them each,
Right.
but when I looked at them, they're only worth about £3 each.
Yeah.
It's because I didn't have one of my mates with me because I've got the old phone, and I didn't have one of my mates with me, so I couldn't
you can
check
scan it.
I'll scan it. That one's got to be the price on it, unfortunately.
That's fine.
£70. Them ones I can't drop because that's what I paid for them.
Yep.
That's why I put them prices on them.
Let's go through.
but
Start adding out.
Can't be much like these ones off.
Yep.
I usually do the 3 for a 10 of them ones, but
3 for 10, yeah?
yeah.
That's one.
That one I can drop because I don't know if that one works, because someone said to me when before I brought it, and
Yeah.
I brought it, and then if you look at the bottom, they don't line up. The chips, some chips missing, so I don't know if it'll read.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll knock that down. What? Fuck it, he's going for a tenner.
Would you?
Tenner.
How much, sorry?
Tenner.
10,
Oh,
yeah.
So what we got there?
55.
8 quid for that one.
How much?
8.
8.
I know it's worth more than that.
That's
And
fine.
that's only to you, 2 quid.
2 quid, good. What about DVDs?
They're £3 each because they're box sets, aren't they?
Yeah. So what, 6?
All six, yeah, £3 each for 6 quid, yeah.
Yeah, that's one. Didn't know. So some people, they like to put that as 3 box sets.
That's not, I just can't see it's free. I'm basically selling this year what I paid for the box.
Yeah, I'll mark this up. 2 seconds.
More games in the van if you want to look. Let you in there. You should be able to get in there actually. Look at them. I've tried to clear. That's what I'm trying to do.
Brand new.
There. Just look, that's what I've got in there. Look.
All working order.
What you got? Alright.
Full.
So we're at
Van's full.
71 for that lot.
Van's full.
Alright, let's come around and have a look.
Yeah, I know.
Use the internet.
DVDs there. All DVDs and the Blu-rays there. They're mostly kids ones.
Yeah.
I think in them ones. That's a disc cleaner.
Alright.
I thought it was a one, you know, with the scratch and repair ones.
Alright, yeah, no, I've got one of the big.
That's why I need to get a big one, really.
Yeah.
So I've only got one like that, which was just cleans the discs. And
Yeah.
actually, it does actually take a layer off, but it don't do it very well.
Yeah.
That's why usually after time I go to them, give my mates some games, and he takes them down to CX and they do them for me.
Yeah, see, that's the
And
thing.
they charge you £2 a disc.
Yeah, whereas like I bought the Easy Pro.
If they're crap games I can't be bothered with, I'll go and take them down there. If they're like quite expensive ones, I'll take them down there.
Yeah.
So take the layer off.
Yeah, no, I'll stick with these ones.
What you got there? 70?
71, do you want to make it 70?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like odd numbers. You should know that one, no? Do you want a bag?
No, I'll stuck them in there, it's fine.
Say, loads of them underneath.
There you go, mate.
Yeah.
The little wind in. They give you too much. Cool. Cheers for that, mate.
Honest, isn't it?
Yeah, cheers.
Taking my bag out, thing out. Right, let's get some more. Oh, that's not good. Got the drink over the top of that now.
Which one on the case?
I've got loads of them.
Huh?
Loads of them. Loads of cases. More cases in here.
Oh, just sort of that one. Just 'cause it's...
Them ones, if they're single, 50p. 50p each for singles, doubles are a pound. Just need to find a cloth, because I've just put my drink down and split it all over the top of that. If that. I got a spilt on that, wasn't it?
Oh, there, yeah. Go on.
Should dry out a bit anyway. That bit's gonna get it. You can come round this side. I don't even collect. You're lucky, I don't even collect. Laying round my side, that side of the pit. Cheers, mate. Thank you. I want to get rid of them.
Fair enough.
That's why I've only put them at 50p or £1 for the double one. I only paid tenner for 2 crates. Coming for 2 crates. Oh, what have I got now?
10 for that lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to go through them ones? There's more in there.
Oh, look later.
There's a Nintendo one at the top, which is the Game Boy one.
Yeah, I've got that.
I don't know what, I think that's the only ones I've got, the Game Boy ones, and I think there's some DS ones in there as well.
Right.
Right,
cheers, mate.
Just on my pitch, isn't it? I might have some more broken consoles coming later on.
Good.
I know they're broken because I've tested them all and they're at my mate's house.
Yeah.
But the problem is I need to get rid of a lot of this to put them in there because they fill up the back end
Right.
of the van.
Okay, so that is going to wrap up our trip to the boot fairs. And yeah, I am absolutely over the moon with what we've managed to get. Obviously, we got a whole truckload, sorry, of bits from Lazy Bones, all across the spectrum. So we'll go through them in a minute. But the first thing that I actually want to look at is actually something that I didn't get from the boot fair. And it's been sort of a side collection for me. And I only actually thought about this today. 31 years I've been collecting this and trying to complete this. And it is a trading card set. And yeah, after 31 years, I have finally completed the Jurassic Park trading card set. So I first started collecting these in 1993 when the original film was released and the cards were released, and I collected them all the way through, and I think by the time that they were sort of pulled from the shops, I was missing 3 from the main set and the 11 stickers that come with it as well. So yeah, it is something, I've had these cards kicking around for ages, and they were being moved from pillar to post. Then I put them in protective sleeves. They were still then being moved about, and a couple of weeks ago I finally picked up an album to put them in and made it a sort of task to actually get the last 3 cards that I need. And in the process of getting those 3 cards, I was then also able to get all of the stickers as well. And what actually happens with the stickers is on the back side of them, they actually make up a Jurassic Park logo with a Dilophosaurus one side and a Velociraptor the other. And yeah, absolutely over the moon to finally have this complete. It is a set, as I say, all of the, all but a couple of the cards in here are from my original collection back from 1993. So yeah, really chuffed to have that. And then what I've actually done is, because I have bought 2 lots of cards, I've actually near enough got a full set. I think I'm missing a couple from a second full set. So what I'm probably going to do is just going to sell those on to make the money back that I've paid for the couple of cards that I've kept. And then yeah, basically mean I've not paid anything out to complete the album. So that is my sort of side project done. Now back to the boot fair pickups, and we're going to start off with some manga books that I picked up from the normal Sunday boot fair. And this is a set of 4 books from a manga called Black Butler, and we've got volumes 4, 5, 6 and 7. I'll be honest, I know nothing about this manga. I've never seen it before, never read it, but whenever I see manga books out, I'll always pick them up. Looking them up online, so we paid 60p for these. They obviously don't sell at CEX, but for a 4-book collection, I think it's about the same volumes as this. They go for about £20 on eBay. So yeah, really chuffed with that. Another set of manga books to add into the collection. Then next up, we've got a DS game. And I pretty much just picked this up because we don't currently have it in the collection, and that is I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I'll be honest, I have not played this. I've probably not got any intentions to play it. I'm not a big fan of the TV series. I think I've probably watched 1 series, and it might have been one of the Celebrity ones. No, it is. It's all about Celebrity, isn't it? Shows you how much I watch it. Yeah, I mean, I've watched like 1 series of it, and other than that, I've just never watched it. But yeah, I saw it there. It wasn't one that we had in the collection, so I decided to grab it. We paid 50p for that. It goes for £2 at CEX and £5 on eBay. Then next up we've got a DVD box set. And I will say we've got a couple of DVD box sets in this pickups today. And this one is Supernatural volumes or series 1, 2 and 3. Now an old friend at the time introduced me to Supernatural during series 1. I think I watched all of series 1 and then sort of lost track of it. So yeah, when I saw this there, decided to grab it and actually give it another go. So yeah, when I get the time, I'm going to put this one in. From what I remember of series 1, it was a really good series. So yeah, and to be quite honest, it's got to be good because I think they're on like series 10 or 12 or something like that. It's quite a long running series. So yeah, we paid 50p for that. Goes for £6 at CEX and £7 on eBay. Next up we've got a sealed PS4 game. So yeah, I saw this there. A lot of people were sort of umming and ahhing about it. I think a lot of the other people there were looking at it for sort of either reselling or CEX trading. I predominantly picked it up because it was sealed. And that is the Lego Incredibles on the PS4. Obviously, as I say, it is sealed, so that was the big reason for getting it. I don't think we've currently got this in the collection. So yeah, I haven't actually captured any footage for this. But what I have done is I've just chucked a bit of the trailer in. And yeah, as I say, it's not a game that we had in the collection. It was sealed, and we paid £4 for it, which I didn't think was bad. It goes for £6 at CEX. Obviously, that is in pre-owned condition or open condition. And sealed, it goes for about £15 on eBay. So yeah, for £4, it was a really good pickup. Next up, we have a book, and not a manga book necessarily this time, but it is the Sonic the Hedgehog yearbook. So this is an official book that was released by Sega. I think, if I remember rightly, oh no, it's not. It's 91 to 92. I thought it was 93. But yeah, I saw this there. In fact, it was Sonic. Just decided to grab it. If I remember rightly, I think. No, it all looks to be completely clean actually. Yeah, I thought there was some writing in it, but there's not. It's actually in really, really good condition. So we paid 50p for that. Looking it up online, it goes for about £12 on eBay. And I'm going to put that down there for now. Then, moving back to the games. And the next one we've got is a Xbox One game. And this is The Escapist, the Walking Dead edition. So, yeah, we've recently got The Escapist. I can't remember if it was on the PS4 or the Xbox One. I think it might have been the Xbox One actually. And yeah, I saw this there, decided to grab it because it wasn't one that we had in the collection. And actually playing through the first level, I actually really enjoyed it. That was it, yeah. So The Escapist was like a prison escape game. This one, you're actually playing through The Walking Dead. So the first level that you're seeing footage for is you're playing Rick and you're getting out of the hospital at the beginning of the series. So yeah, a really interesting one. Definitely one I'm going to spend a bit more time playing. I will say, actually, I enjoyed this a lot more than the standard Escapists. The fact that I just don't know why I just really couldn't get on with the sort of prison break type one. But yeah, as I say, really enjoyed that. We paid £2 for that. Goes for £3 at CEX, £5 on eBay. Next up, we've got a PS1 game, and it is Grand Theft Auto Platinum Edition. Now, we've already got this in the collection, but there was a reason behind buying it. Because if I open it up, it's actually got the map. It's got both the maps and the instructions, which I didn't think were right. Oh no, right there. Oh, okay. So it's actually got SingStar Party Edition disc in there as well. I didn't even realise that was in there. but it does have the platinum disc. So I think what the main bit for this was, so obviously I've got the maps, and the idea was to add the maps to the collector's edition that we've got on the PS1. The one that we actually got it a few months ago, and it was basically a collector allowed me to sort of go through all of his PS1 games. I think we basically pulled out about 1,200 PS1 games. And I literally went through, and he had this one, it was like a collector's or special edition of the original Grand Theft Auto on PS1. If I think it's all boxed up. So what I'm going to do is I'll go back through my other videos, see if I can pull up a picture of it and put it up on screen. But it was missing the manuals and the maps. So yeah, that was the reason for getting these. So those maps are going to go into that case. But for to actually trade this in, so I paid £3 for it. It sells for £18 at CEX, £25 on eBay. Without manual, it sells for £4. Obviously, because we're going to keep the manual in there, we'll actually get a £12 voucher for that. So yeah, really happy with that one. And then in addition to that as well, I can't remember if this is from the same seller or a different one, but we've actually got an official PlayStation Magazine demo disc. This is disc number 58, and we paid £2 for this. Looking it up online, it goes for £3 on eBay. So not a massive saving, but still another demo disc for the collection. Okay, so next up we have got a bundle of games that I got from, well, basically he was a reseller. And I don't know him to speak to him, obviously. This was the first time I'd ever seen him at the boot fair. I will say I have seen him in subsequent boot fairs that I've been to since. And I will say I've looked at his games every time he's there. But the problem is he is literally selling everything for just around CEX sale price. And yeah, a lot of the time I just think it's just too much for me to buy, to sort of spend at the day, because I'll be honest, I know the time that I went after this and I saw him there, it's probably about 10 games that I picked up. It was going to be about £150, and that would have just wiped me out for the whole day. So yeah, he is expensive, but there was one game in particular that I had here that there was just no way I was going to leave it, because I've been after it for ages, just because of its backstory. But one of the games that I did get was Lost Planet Extreme Conditions on the Xbox 360. Now I think we've already got this in the collection, but this was the steelbook version, and yeah, the steelbook's not in great condition. I don't think it's meant to have that sort of texture to it, but it is complete inside. So the only thing we're really missing is the outer sleeve. So yeah, hopefully sometime in the future I'll be able to find either a version with the outer sleeve or just the outer sleeve on its own. That one sells for £8 at CEX, £5 on eBay. Then another game, and this was one that I, once again, have wanted to play for a while, but I actually wanted to play I want to play the original version of this, whereas this one's like a 3D remake. And that is Dragon's Lair 3D Special Edition on the PS2. So yeah, obviously Dragon's Lair, classic arcade game from the 80s. This is essentially like a 3D version of it. So instead of it being more quick time events, it is more sort of 3D platformer type. I will admit, playing it through to capture the footage for this video, really enjoyed it. It's probably one that I am going to spend a bit more time on. But yeah, as I say, I do really want to get hold of a copy of the original version. I very nearly bought it on the SNES a few months ago, but once I looked into it a bit more, a lot of people were saying it was actually one of the worst versions to get. So yeah, I'm still trying to find out what the best version is to pick up. So if anyone has played the original version of Dragon's Lair, let me know what you've played it on and how you found it, because yeah, I'm trying to find the right version to get so I can get some enjoyment out of it. But for that one, it goes for £8 at CEX, £12 on eBay. And the reason I'm not giving you paid prices is because I've just got a bundle price, so I'll tell you that at the end. And yeah, so the last game that I got off him, and I think this was the first game that I actually picked out, and it's a PS1 game, and that is Alien Resurrection. Now, I'll be honest, sort of playing this for the footage, it was actually really good. A lot of people have said, well, I've seen a lot of people say that it is an absolutely awful game, but I didn't mind it. I thought it was okay. But there is a bigger reason why this game is so sought after. So this is by far the most expensive game out of the lot that I got from him. It's probably the most expensive game that we've got today, because yeah, this sells for £40 at both CEX and eBay. And the reason for that is because there is, I'll be honest, I can't remember exactly how it works, but this was actually the first way to hack the PS1. So there was something on the disc that basically allowed you to do a hot swap and actually play copy games on the PS1. That's why it is so sought after and so expensive. So yeah, as soon as I saw it there, I immediately grabbed it. And yeah, after a bit of a battle, was able to sort of get all three of these games for a really reasonable price. So yeah, all three games I managed to pick up for £42. So total value at CEX is 56, eBay is 57. So yeah, really happy with what I paid, and really happy to finally have this in the collection. This has been a wishlist game for a while for me. Okay, so moving on, we are going to get into some of the pickups from Lazybones. Lazybones pickups were very short and sweet because we pretty much got everything from one of the guys that I know there. And yeah, really happy with what we've got. It's got a wide remit of stuff here. So we've got DVDs, we've got PlayStation, Switch, Xbox, even Sega. Right, so let's dive in. So the first one that we've got is the Nintendo official magazine, official UK magazine, DS cart holder. So yeah, it's got space for 6 DS carts, and I just picked it up because it was so unique. I've never seen it before, and obviously with it being the official magazine, it is obviously official Nintendo. So yeah, paid £1 for that one. Looking it up online, it goes for £10 on eBay. Then next up, we've got our second lot of DVD box sets, and it is seasons 1 to 4 of Las Vegas. So this was a series that is based around a fictional Las Vegas casino, and basically it's 5 series, I believe. I am missing the last one, which is a bit of a shame, but I will track it down. And yeah, it is basically following the staff that work at this fictional casino. For me, I love this series. It's one of my regular watches. I probably sit down sort of once a year and run through the whole series. It was a really gutting series to watch because it was left on a major cliffhanger, and they have sort of addressed the cliffhanger, but you need to watch a completely different series to get hints on sort of what happened. So I'm just going to put these there for a minute. But yeah, I love that series. So as soon as I saw that he had these, both of the box sets, I immediately picked them up. But yeah, so as I say, the main series was left on a cliffhanger, but they did actually feature the actual casino in another series. It was actually the Knight Rider remake series. It was actually in episode 1, and yeah, during that episode you can actually see a couple of the characters in the background, and it basically just sort of wraps up or gives you a hint as to how the story actually turned out at the end, because it was originally meant to be an additional series, but the series got cancelled at the end of series, I think it's series 5, and yeah, it's just absolutely gutting because it was the worst cliffhanger you can ever have. And yeah, but I absolutely love that series, and to be quite honest, I'm currently looking for a series to watch, so I might go back and re-watch that. So we paid £2 for each of the box sets. So £2 for series 1, 2 and 3, and then £2 for series 4. Seasons 1 to 3 box set goes for £5 at CEX, £6 on eBay. And season 4 goes for £150 at CEX and £450 on eBay. So fingers crossed I can actually get season 5 in our next CEX hunt, which should be coming up. I should be filming that in a couple of weeks, and you should see it in a little while, sometime in the future. Right, next up we have got some GameCube games. So it feels like absolutely ages since we added the last GameCube game to the collection. Obviously, for those of you that are new to the channel, I'm currently going for a full PAL set of GameCube games. I think I'm a little over a third now, I think. I think it's 425 or 424, something like that. I'll put the number down the bottom. And at the moment I am at, I want to say 120. Once again, I'll put the current number down the bottom. And yeah, going through the games that you had there, saw that you had a couple of GameCube games and immediately decided to grab them. So the first one that we've got is Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. And I've actually got a couple of different versions of this. I think I've got it on the original Xbox and the PS2, but I've never actually played it. So I mean, I picked up both of them before I started putting gameplay into the videos. But I finally played it on the GameCube, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. So you are playing Harry, and the idea is that you are sort of I only really done the sort of tutorial levels where they were teaching you to play in the different parts or different areas of the team. But yeah, from what I played, controls really well. Really enjoyed playing it. It's definitely one that I am going to put a bit more time into. But yeah, so pick that one up. Got that for £2.50. Goes for £5 at CEX, £9 on eBay. Then we've got Conflict Desert Storm 2. I'll be honest, the main reason for picking this up was because we didn't have it in the collection. I'm not a massive fan of this series of games. We've got a couple of different iterations now. Excuse me. Yeah, we've got a couple of different versions on different platforms, and yeah, purely just pick that up just to tick one off on the collection. That one, paid £2.50 for that one as well. Goes for £5 at CEX, £10 on eBay. And then the last GameCube game we got was Shrek 2. So once again, I had never played. I think we've got, I want to say we've got Shrek on the original Xbox. But yeah, I hadn't ever played it. And actually, I will admit, I didn't mind it too much. It was basically, it was a 3D platformer, and yeah, it wasn't bad to control. It wasn't bad to play. It just was what it was. Do you know what I mean? It's yeah, it's an okay game. Not one that I'm going to rush back to play or want to rush through to complete it. But yeah, it's another GameCube game ticked off the list. This one. No, I've got all of my prices completely wrong. So this was actually meant to be the first game that I showed. So we paid £2.50 for that, £5 on CEX, £9 on eBay. And it's actually Harry Potter that I paid a different amount. I paid £7 for Harry Potter. That goes for £3 at CEX and £8 on eBay. So yeah, bit over, or quite a bit over the CEX price. But even still, nice to have it in the collection. Okay, so next up we picked up a Master System game, and this one is actually complete in box. I will say the cover art is a bit sun faded, but overall it's not too bad. And it is Aerial Assault, and I have to admit I thoroughly enjoyed this. So it is a horizontal shooter, and essentially you are flying around in an F-16 and you've got to sort of make it through the level. Really enjoyed playing this. Definitely one that is going to become probably a staple when I'm playing on the Master System. I will admit it has been a bit funny with this one, because as I've been editing the videos over the last few weeks, when we've headed out to Lazy Bones and I've been buying other bits off this seller, I've been seeing it there, and I'm like, I swear I picked that up. Have I picked that up? And I end up going into the future videos and looking, and then obviously seeing it was actually due in this video. So yeah, really surprised that no one picked it up before I did. And as I say, he was bringing this to the boot fair for a good couple of weeks before I actually picked it up. So I managed to get it for £10. Looking it up online, it goes for £25 at CEX and £30 on eBay. So a really, really good pickup there. Even at the original price tag of 15, that still would have been an amazing pickup. Then we are going to move on to the PS4. So the first game that we've got is Warborn, and this is a turn-based strategy game. I will admit I actually really enjoyed this. I think I played the first two levels as I was capturing footage for this. And yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not a massive fan of sort of turn-based strategy. I much prefer sort of free-rolling strategy games like the Command & Conquers. That's my sort of preference. I'm not a massive fan of the sort of the turn-based stuff. But graphically it looked really good, and I will admit the bits that I did play I actually did enjoy. So yeah, as I say, it was purely because I've never seen it before, and I kind of got drew in by the cover art. So that one we paid £3.34. We actually got all three of the we got 3 PS4 games, and we got them all in a bundle for a tenner. Goes for £2 at CEX, £5 on eBay. Then next up we've got Road to Gangdong, and this was a really bizarre game. So the premise of it is you play a woman that has just inherited her family's restaurant, and the idea is that you've got to travel to meet different members of the family to get their approval for you to take it over. And essentially what the whole premise of the story is that it's a driving game, and the idea is that you've got your car is essentially an old banger. It is sort of badly maintained. It's basically it's been sort of sat in a garage for years, and the idea is you've got to basically maintain the car while travelling to the different places. And yeah, just a really, really interesting concept. It's probably not one that if I'd seen it being spoke about, I probably wouldn't have even sort of what load of rubbish that looks. But I have to admit, I saw it there and it just looked so different that I decided to pick it up, and I have to say it was absolutely brilliant. It's one of those games where it can either be as stressful as anything or as relaxing as anything. And yeah, it is definitely one I'm going to be putting a lot more time into. And yeah, really, really enjoyed this. I actually say it's really surprising. I will admit, I will say this year, I think my gaming taste has become a bit more eclectic. So I started off the year playing Stray, which originally I just sort of sacked it off. I'm like, what a stupid idea it is to bring a game where you play a cat. Then I've gone on, I've played Donut County. We've done, what's the car one? The other car one that come out on the PS5. I can't see my shelf. I'll put a picture of the game up here. But yeah, there's just sort of some games that I've played this year that have just been completely off kilter to the games that I would normally play, and this is definitely one of them. And as I say, thoroughly enjoyed this one. So this one worked out, we paid £3.33 for this. Goes for £5 at CEX, £7 on eBay. And the next one we've got, I haven't got any footage for because it is an online only game, and that is Poker Club. So yeah, I love playing poker, I always have. I used to play in poker competitions at casinos and everything like that. I will admit it's not something that I'm able to do sort of nowadays, just far too busy. But yeah, I saw this there, decided to grab it because I thought it'd be nice. There was one that I used to play on the PC, I think it was All Star Poker 2. I used to play that on the PC and I used to absolutely love it. But unfortunately this is an online only game, so I haven't been able to try it. because at the moment I don't have an active PS Plus account. So yeah, hopefully soon I'll be able to get that renewed. But for this one, we paid £3.33 again. It goes for £4 at CEX and £9 on eBay. Then next up, we've got a Switch game. It's the only Switch game we've got today, actually. And this is a game that we've actually picked up recently. I think we've got it on the PS4 recently. And that is Cobra Kai. So this is the game that accompanies the sort of Karate Kid sequel series on Netflix. Yeah, I'll be quite honest, I probably picked this up because I'd forgotten that I'd picked up the PS4 version. But even still, nice to have it on the Switch, so at least I've got an option to play it when I'm out and about as well. Yeah, it's quite a nice sort of beat 'em up game. Looks really nice, controls really well, and yeah, a game that I'm quite happy. Obviously, anytime I can pick a Switch game up, I'll always do it. Really trying hard to sort of build my Switch collection now, and yeah, I have got quite a lot of Switch games coming up in future videos as well. So we paid £8 for that. Goes for £12 at CEX, £10 on eBay. Then we've got a couple, yes we have, we've got a couple of Xbox One games. And a game that I have been wanting to get physically for quite a while now. And that is Control. So I originally played this back when, I think it was when I first got my PS5. I was able to play it through PS Plus. And yeah, absolutely superb game. It's not one that I'll be able to spend too much time on. So yeah, now I've got a physical copy of it. It's definitely one that I'm going to try and put the time in on. I will admit I was originally hoping to get it on the PS4, but seeing it on the Xbox One, it was as good as any. I will admit there is an Ultimate Edition which I do want to try and get hold of, and that's got all of the DLC on the disc. But for now, I'm quite happy to play the standard game. So for this one, we paid £3 for that. Goes for £4 at CEX and £7 on eBay. Then we've got Shine Mora EX. And this was another surprise one. So once again, I was basically drawn into this through the cover art. I thought it looked really interesting. And completely nondescript. So I was like, well, it's an Xbox One game I haven't got. Yeah, I'll chuck that in the pile. And then I find out that it is a side-scrolling shooter, which was absolutely superb. It was one of those games, I just could not put it down. I was like, I think I ended up going sort of 3 or 4 levels in. And I'm like, oh, I'll just do the next bit. Oh, no, I want to see where the story goes. Oh, no, keep going. And yeah, I love games like this, especially the ones that sort of drag you in and really get you engaged. And yeah, really, really enjoyed this. Once again, looking at it, it isn't one that I would have normally picked up. But obviously, when I'm out and I see games that I haven't seen before, they always end up getting picked up. So yeah, really, really enjoyed that. Definitely one I would recommend trying if you get the chance. So for that one, we paid £3 as well for that one. Goes for £4 at CEX, £5 on eBay. And then the last Xbox One game that we got was Immortals Realms, Vampire Wars. Once again, this was another sort of turn-based strategy game. Once again, it was okay, but it's probably not one that I'm going to play. I found it quite a bit frustrating to play. So yeah, it's a nice addition for the Xbox One, but probably not one that I'm going to put a lot of time into. Paid £3 for that. Goes for £2.50 at CEX, £10 on eBay. And then next up we've got a Game Boy game, and this time we have got car only version of baseball. And yeah, once again, another sort of Mario centric sports game, and yeah, really enjoyed this. This is definitely one that will, I quite enjoy baseball games, especially if they're good baseball games, and yeah, this one definitely lived up to that, and yeah, looking forward to putting a bit more time into it. This one we paid £2 for that. Goes for £3.50 at CEX, £10 on eBay. And then we're going to finish off the Lazy Bones trip with some PS5 games. We have got one more game after this that I did pick up off camera at the normal Sunday boot fair, but we'll go through that in a minute. So the first game that we've got is Tropico 6. So I really enjoy these sort of games, the sort of management, sort of building games. This one, I will admit, I've played a couple of the Tropico games now. And yeah, they are always quite funny. So basically you play a dictator in like a South American island, and yeah, you know what you're going to get with these. They're quite funny, and then you're sort of building up these sort of impoverished islands with great new features and everything like that, just to line your pockets. So the standard dictator game. And yeah, this one actually really enjoyed this. So I think we've got number 5 on the PS4. But for me, picking up a PS5 game at the boot fair is always going to be a goer. So for this one, we paid £5. Goes for £15 at CEX and £12 on eBay. Then this next game I found was really interesting, and that is Curved Space. So in this, it is a sort of ship-based shooter game, but you're not actually. It's kind of a weird one because you are sort of moving around the level, but you can sort of like invert it and everything like that. I'll be honest, actually playing this, I actually got a bit motion sickness. So that motion sickness that you get when you're playing sort of VR games, that's how I felt playing this. And after a while I was like, you know what, I can't play this anymore. It was a really good game. As I say, I think I played the first sort of 2 or 3 levels, and it is a really good game, but I just found it gave me motion sickness, and I thought that was so bizarre. I've never had that before, just playing a normal game on the screen. It's not a VR game. I was literally playing it on the screen, sat at my desk, and yeah, I just started getting motion sickness with it. But yeah, from what I did play, it is a really good game. So yeah, I might try sort of playing it on a sort of a bigger screen, sort of sitting a bit further back or something like that. See what I can do to actually put a bit more time into it. So for this one, we paid £8, and it actually goes for £8 on both CEX and eBay. And the last PS5 game was a game that I'm pretty sure I've heard of, but don't remember seeing anything about it. I definitely haven't played it, and it is by far one of the best games, definitely out of everything that we've picked up today, but probably one of the best boot fair games that I've picked up. I can't say the best PS5 game because there's a couple of others on there that I absolutely love, but that is Scars Above. And yeah, this was a superb game. I think when I was capturing footage for this, I was probably playing it for about an hour. I really got drawn into this, and essentially what happens is this big sort of pyramid. I can't remember what they called it. Yeah, I can't remember what they called this structure, but this big object appears in Earth's orbit, and it takes the human race, I think it's about 18 months, to actually sort of build and get a expedition ready to go and explore it. And then when they start to scan it, things then go wrong. You basically get sucked into this object, or your ship gets sucked into this object, and you end up in sort of like a strange world. And then the idea of the game, the early game, is for you to then follow after your crewmates, trying to sort of meet up with them and sort of try and organise a rescue. And yeah, it was absolutely superb. I really enjoyed it, and it is 100% one that I am going to go through and try and complete, because yeah, it was a really good game. And yeah, it was a really surprise one, because I thought I'd heard of it, and then thought that I'd heard that it wasn't all that great. But if people don't like it, then they're off kilter with me, because as I say, I really enjoyed it. So we paid £10 for that. Goes for £10 at CEX and £12 on eBay. And then the last pickup that we got was, as I say, it was picked up from someone that I know at the normal Sunday boot fair. They actually managed to pick this up at the boot fair for a couple of quid. So yeah, I definitely gave them a lot of profit on this. But it was one that I just had to get. I have got it in the collection. I've actually got it on the PS3, but I've been wanting to try and get it on the Xbox 360 for ages now. And that is Lollipop Chainsaw. So quite an apt game to be picking up, because obviously Lollipop Chainsaw Repop has just recently been released. Yes, I do have it ordered. I've actually ordered the special edition from Limited Run. So unfortunately I'm not going to get mine until next year. But I have played Repop. I think I played it on the PC. But yeah, really happy to have the original Lollipop Chainsaw on the Xbox 360. I'll be honest, I am glad to have the original versions, purely because there are some bits that have been changed in Repop, such as like some of the music tracks have been changed out for licensing reasons. So yeah, glad to have both copies of the original version, and yeah, absolutely love this game. It is a superb beat 'em up game. So yeah, we ended up paying £25 for that. Looking it up online, it goes for £42 at CEX and £45 on eBay. So yeah, I got a really good deal with it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it for the couple of quid that he paid, but even still, really happy to finally have that in the collection. And that is going to wrap it up for today. So that is everything we've picked up. And as I say, some really good pickups there. And some really surprising games for me. Some that I wouldn't have given a second look at a year ago. Whereas now, if it looks interesting, I pick it up. So before we wrap up, let's quickly run through the totals. So our total spend today was £159 and 10p. I don't know where the 10p comes in. If we bought everything from CEX, it would have been £247 and 50p. And to get everything from eBay, it would have been £366 and 50p. And then we've also ended up with a £12 CEX voucher from today as well. So yeah, all in all, a really good trip out to the boot fair. And yeah, I am now going to go and get these games organised and get them filed away somewhere, because yeah, I have run out of space. I'm not running out now, I have run out. And yeah, I am putting a bit of plan, like, you know, I'm looking at the games room and looking at sort of bits that we can change to either increase or give priority to sort of different stuff. So yeah, keep an eye on the channel for the for a games room update. But with that said, that is going to wrap up the video for today. But before you head off, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're not already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching today. Really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.